tagline, which is news, events, and useful information for communities of color. We're doing this because we don't have a guest today. And in fact, I haven't been on the air in 3 weeks. Last week, there were some technical issues that got in the way. And the week before that, on September 2nd, I had a work-related scheduling conflict, so I didn't have a guest that week. And instead, DJ Sunny handled my 30 minutes, and I thank him for that coverage. And then the week before that, everyone, which was during the last week in August, which was National Black Business Month, that Wednesday, 3 weeks ago, cocochats focused on the generation after ours, the millennials, and what they do. Indeed, we had young Miss Jada Brown, owner of Trove Productions, to act as the interviewer instead of Marian Dozier, to bring on the guest, another millennial, and to talk about their businesses, their interests, their focuses. And we thank Miss Brown for that. We also thank her for working with us on cocowire.net, the website I already mentioned, because we're seeing more and more news, events, and useful information for millennials and communities of color, some of which we'll share today. Now, much of this information comes from cocowire.net, and some comes from our monthly community newsletter. We get information for both of those from across Palm Beach County, from the people who live here, from business owners, from community groups, from government officials, and from music that's playing in my ear. Can y'all hear the music?
Of course they can.
I love it. And there's Miss Gillian. God
Hi,
bless
Marian.
you. But in fact, as I was saying, ladies and gentlemen, if you have any news to share, let us know at CocoWire. Send us an email to news@cocowire.net, which again is COCOwire.net. Or likewise, if you hear something today that you want to know more about, email us, or again, just visit the website. All right, so let's get started with the pandemic. Of course, the coronavirus. COVID-19.
Let's put brakes on that. What? I had to stop the music on that one. You said the what?
And see, that's what I was about to say. And what I like to call it.
What you said the what? You said the word, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
She just called it. It must be over soon.
And you must really know me, Miss Gillian, because I always
something
say,
going down.
You know what, instead of saying the name of it. So
you said the C word.
So as I'm sure y'all are aware, Palm Beach County issued its phase 2 reopening plan on September the 1st, and Governor Ron DeSantis signed it into law, so to speak, 3 days later over his executive order. So there's lots of phased reopenings of public places like restaurants and bars, but the main action, is that public schools will now fully reopen on September 21st, which is, well, Monday. Lots of pushback, but it's happening. In fact, the school board is having its meeting tonight that just started 5 minutes ago.
Virtually.
So we can imagine what that's going to be like.
They're having
tonight.
a virtual meeting to talk about going back face to face. Something wrong with that.
Yes.
Okay.
So there's lots of pushback, but it's happening. If you want to learn more about what the school district is planning and what it's requiring, visit its website, which is palmbeachschools.org. And there's lots and lots of information related to this decision and the path forward. And let's be clear, the Palm Beach County School District made the decision to open, not the Palm Beach County government. That was the school board. Even though they are scandalizing the superintendent's name. It's unbelievable. But anyway.
Why?
Because
they can.
Well, you got to blame somebody.
Right.
But people are blaming the board, but the board is like, don't. It's Dr. Fenoy. They're going to blame him. But anyway, so
of course,
related to
blame the black man. I'm sorry, Marian.
Of course, but now continuing talking about at the national level, while our current president and his team and Congress are pushing back on continued relief efforts for the country, the Federal Department of Housing and Urban Development, better known as HUD, did issue a statement recently urging any state, county, municipality, or even landlords who receive any funds from HUD not to evict tenants or take the property of homeowners during these crazy times.
Yeah, because they got money for it, and now they want to still get money for it.
And additionally, here in Florida, Governor Ron DeSantis signed an executive order 2 weeks ago that extended the Florida mortgage foreclosure and eviction relief effort for another month until October the 1st. So the point of both of these at the federal and state levels is that those in power and control do not evict residents who live in apartments or take the homes that other residents own. Now, at the county level, there are similar programs for renters and homeowners, but those programs are closed right now as the county works through the thousands of applications it got in just days. Both county departments that handle these funds, Housing and Economic Sustainability, and the other community development, both are led by men of color who are on the team. So if you visit both of those pages on the county website, which is pbcgov, as in Victor.org, pbcgov.org, you'll see lots of support language and programs. And the same thing with most cities. But in West Palm Beach, there's something far more interesting, at least to me, in a different category that's happening.
All right, let's hear this. Drum roll.
Think of George Floyd and Corey Jones, Breonna Taylor, Eric Garner, Tamir Rice. All of those names, all of those black people were all shot by the police, and they're all the backdrop for this event called Coffee, Cops, and Community.
Wow.
The Progressive Northwest Business Association and the West Palm Beach Police Department joined together for the first event. It was held last Wednesday to, well, have a cup of coffee and a conversation.
Where was I?
Not with fists in the air or frowns on their faces. The point, the organizers say, was to invite area business owners and residents to speak directly with the officers who serve their community in a distraction-free environment. And the really good news, despite you know what, attendees were able to come virtually or in person. And I spoke to an organizer after the first discussion they had last week, and she said, she described it in one word. She said it was awesome. And thanks to that, the event will continue the second Wednesday of every other month going forward. Tracy Thomas, and I think you know her, she helped organize the event at Cityside Suites, which is a co-work space in the Northwest neighborhood in West Palm Beach that is used primarily by people of color. But she said this, and I quote, "The police loved the concept of connecting with the community, especially now. Communications is everything," end quote. The next discussion between the police and the community in West Palm Beach will be October the 14th.
I have a question for you on that. So did the police mostly look like us, or was it a diverse, was it a diverse cross-section of police officers?
They were primarily black officers. The chief was there who was black.
So that's my problem right there. Yeah. That's nice. It's nice. But we're not getting shot as much or brutalized by our own cops that look like us. And yes, we do have a tendency to think that black police officers are more harsh on us when they come in contact with us. A lot of people,
black or white?
Black police officers can be, real not nice guys.
Yeah, I think they talk a lot of trash, but they don't.
They're not going to shoot us.
They ain't shooting and hitting and all of that.
For the most part.
Right. For the most part.
So, they talk trash and they're really rough on us. It's like that scolding mother, in public.
Yeah. And I think it's because they know how to deal with us. They know how to, cuss and fuss and all of that without.
We need to have the white police officers. We need to have Rick Bradshaw there. He needs to be a part of that. I'm just saying. Well,
no, but the conversation was specific to this neighborhood. And that's
not a sheriff department.
No, it's not the sheriff's department. And this neighborhood, and I think you might be familiar
downtown.
with it, but it's just north of where what's currently now called Rosemary Square. Where City Place used to be. But you know why they're doing that.
Right, gentrification.
Rosemary, and they're going to bring Rosemary, they're going to bring it right on up through the hood.
Because they had that tattoo going all the way down.
Yeah. But that's another story.
That street tattoo. That's what they called it. They call it street tattoo.
And there have been other area events seeking to work with the police instead of throwing rocks at them. Late last month in Riviera Beach, for example, Councilman Douglas Lawson hosted an event about change in racial justice, in police behavior, in voting rights, and the path forward. He, State Attorney Dave Ehrenberg, City Police Chief Nathan Osgood, and others talked about all that in a viral discussion, of course, because of you know what, titled The Bridge, Where Do We Go From Here? It happened not long after the police brutality and racial injustice protests were happening around the country, well, around the world, really. And this was a conversation with all the right voices in the room. And on Friday this week, in 2 days, Riviera Beach will also be hosting another event with police officers in the community. But this one is about bicycles.
It's about what?
Bicycles.
Oh, I got one of those.
Titled The Community Bike Ride. It is the second time city police, community leaders, and residents as young as age 10 will gather, talk, laugh, and, ride bikes together.
In this COVID state.
Mm-hmm.
I could say
yeah, but
COVID.
they'll be used. The social distancing techniques will be used.
Say, how we gonna ride a bike with a mask on? I guess we could do that.
The ride is part of a larger goal launched in July by Jacoby Brissett, who is the quarterback of the Indianapolis Colts and is a Riviera Beach native. After that George Floyd mess happened, among other things, Mr. Brissett partnered with the Team Elam Foundation, which is a nonprofit founded by two brothers who are also Riviera Beach natives, who also played in the National Football League. But they together created an event called Start the Cycle, which seeks to use bicycles to connect the city police with the community it serves. It was an event, but the football players wanted it to be a program, hence, these continued bike rides. So we'll see how it goes. But while we're talking about Riviera Beach, I don't know if y'all are aware, but Riviera Beach City Councilman Douglas Lawson is of Jamaican descent.
No, you don't say. I think we at SupaJamz Radio kind of know that.
Oh, okay. He advertised.
He advertised here when he was running.
Oh.
Just know that everybody who advertised on, every political person who advertised on SupaJamz Radio wins.
Okay. Good point. And I should have recorded you on that because I'm getting ready to make a pitch. But
make the pitch.
Yes.
Hurry it up.
But
I'm just messing. I'm sorry.
Councilman Lawson is of Jamaican descent. And as far as I can tell, he is the only Jamaican in elective office in Palm Beach County.
No.
Now, there's way more Haitians, which is interesting. Mm-hmm. Given the politics of their homeland, as our current president called it.
Okay. Oh, you better not say it.
I ain't gonna
you
say
better
it.
not say it. Be in trouble.
I didn't even say what color he is. Okay?
All right.
But are there other Jamaican elected officials, Miss Gillian?
Well, we have Miss the judge, circuit court
Maxine
judge.
Cheeseman, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Hey.
That's it.
Well, that's enough. They're starting.
But now, if anybody, I'm really curious to know.
I need a Trini in office. I'm sorry.
Does anybody know of any other Jamaicans, or as Ms. Gillian just said, any Trinis who are in public office here? I mean, as she just said, we do have there's a judge, Maxine Cheeseman,
who advertised with SupaJamz Radio.
Oh, did she?
I tell you, everybody who advertised with us
wins.
Yeah, they win. Dr. Robinson, SupaJamz Radio.
Okay.
I'm trying to tell you now, we got a record.
I need to record you saying that.
Yeah.
Okay. But now, if y'all know of any other Jamaicans or in any Caribbeans really in public office, let me know at my email address, that news@cocowire.net, because that's a story that I did already on there about the ethnic makeup of the black election, the black elected officials.
Mm-hmm. Wait a minute, our police chief is Bahamian, West Palm Beach police chief is Bahamian.
I have not ever heard that.
Yes, he is.
But,
I interviewed him, so yeah.
And he is really good friends, or at least knows very well, the new police chief in Riviera Beach. That they were both down, working in Broward County.
Right.
Interesting. Yeah. I didn't know that.
Yes, he's Bahamian.
But Bahamians.
And he was looking for some Caribbean food. I told him where to go. And I told him about our advertisers here. So yes.
Because that's really interesting.
And so we gotta
be so assimilated here.
Right. So they
really are.
And I think that's because they were so stigmatized about, by the blacks about being, not being American, that they assimilate. But the Bahamians really have a rich culture in Florida. They've founded many cities, including the city of Riviera Beach. They were on the founding board. Yes, they were. Go look it up, girl.
Well, no, I wrote about the history in 2016.
Bahamian
they
was
were
on
there. They lived there, and they were probably some of the
part
ones
of
who
it.
originally, voted
helped
for it.
found it, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So, all right, but let me know if y'all know of any other.
As the cute people say, research it.
All right, and speaking of Jamaicans, everybody, there are actually 2 beachside events happening each weekend that are related to Caribbeans.
What?
Well, to Caribbean music, anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Thankfully, the beaches are open in Palm Beach County, and both events happen in Councilman Lawson's hometown of Riviera Beach on Singer Island on the water. Every Friday and Saturday, there are free outdoor events that feature reggae, soca, dance hall, lots of music by the water. Both events are sponsored by Mulligan's Beach House, which has 8 restaurants across Florida, including the one on Singer Island and Riviera Beach. There will be open air outdoor seating and social distancing, of course, because of what, and the performers will change each week. This Friday, you'll hear Jammin' Jimmy, Jammin' with no G, Jammin' Jimmy, who is from South Florida but has been performing reggae for more than 3 decades. While on Saturday, it'll be DJ Trini.
Trini! What? On Saturday? What time?
I can't wait to get to
What
that.
time? What?
All right, DJ Trini is going to be on Saturday, and Saturday's events on Singer Island are from 6 to 9 p.m. Friday's events are from 5 to 9 p.m. I don't know the difference. But did we say that both of the events are free?
Free?
Yep. Yeah, man.
Yes, boy.
Now,
hey, girl.
For more information, call Mulligan's Beach House on Singer Island at 561-629-5442. Both events are also listed on Eventbrite. So even though there's not much hanging on the beach right now, at least this is happening.
What are you talking about? There's not much. I go to the beach so often.
You were at the beach all weekend.
Yeah, don't talk about my business. Put my business out there.
Sorry.
Yeah, put my business out there.
All right.
I know you can see my tan. I know. I'm sorry.
All right. And also, Tiki Market at the Marina. Even though it's not on the beach, it is,
Riviera Beach.
On the Intercoastal Waterway, which runs alongside the Riviera Beach Marina Village, where the Tiki Market is held. Now, currently, thanks to what, it's being held from 9 to noon on Saturdays, with primarily fruits and vegetables being sold. Normally, though, and beginning again on November 15th, it'll be held from 4 to 7 p.m. on Sundays, with a lot more than fruits and vegetables being sold, okay?
CBD oil? I'm just saying.
Now, we haven't been on Saturdays, but we have on Sundays, and it's a great Caribbean-themed party with coconut water and cocktails, African clothing, Jamaican food,
sometimes SupaJamz.
Okay, I'm getting to that. And a very, very diverse crowd. And now it's back as of November 15th, as I said, back to Sundays, back to all things being sold, back to fun on the water. Now, of course, face masks and social distancing will be required, but the island vibe will be the same. Vendors can still sign up by calling 561-352-6626 or by sending an email to tikimarketrb, stands for Riviera Beach, at gmail.com, or by visiting his website at tikimarketrb.com. And who knows, as Miss Gillian just said, SupaJamz may be there again this season. Mm-hmm. That's right. The only radio station in Palm Beach County that plays the sounds of the Caribbean has provided those sounds at the Tiki Market more than once. The event always has live entertainment, live performers, all of that. But it also brought Super to the hood. Okay?
Super. I like that one. It brought Super to the hood.
Okay. And see, when I say hood, I don't consider it a
Girl,
negative.
I know what you mean.
It's a positive.
I'm with you.
You know?
I said I like the way you said that.
Yep. And did we say, too, that this is free? Okay.
My drum roll.
Yes. All right. Now, create high vibes with the tribe. Okay. That's not about Tiki Market. That's a tagline for Living the Rhythm, a weekly African drum circle that is open to anyone interested in impromptu percussive performance with fun people of all ages, some dancing, some playing drums, all having fun. There's free use of the drums and other percussive instruments because they want you to get in it. And interesting vendors. Now, for the last decade, it had been hosted, Living the Rhythm had been hosted in the Northwood area of West Palm Beach, but now it has moved to Lake Worth Beach.
What?
Yep.
That's around the corner from me, girl.
Uh-oh. This is so fun.
On
Now,
Thursday.
Beginning last week, it moved to moved to Lake Worth Beach. Now it's happening at 7 p.m. every Thursday at the New Vegan, located on Lantana Road in Lake Worth Beach. And there will be, for the first time, an entry fee of $5.
You
and
said
for the
Lantana Beach? That's around the corner from my house, girl.
Oh,
yes.
There you go. Unfortunately, though, I mean, I was, sorry to hear, the people had to pay and the vendors have to pay because he didn't used to charge for that.
$5 ain't nothing.
But,
$5 ain't nothing to support the cause.
Well, but that's true. And then for vendors, that's not a lot.
It's $5 ain't nothing.
But everything else is the same. Great food, great music, great people. The organizer is the very aware Abasi Hanif, who is a diaspora connected educator and skilled drummer. For more information, call or text him at 561-909-8050 or send him an email to livingtherhythm@gmail.com. That's living without a G.
Wow.
The event is committed followers, lots of great pictures all around social media. Check it out. It's different in a really great way.
I'm proud of Abasi. That's great.
I am so proud of him.
I'm glad that he's closer to us. But, they brought the vibe up in the Northwood area. We're not going to advertise where he was, but everybody knows Thursday night drum night in the Northwood was like the thing.
Live. Okay. The only thing that they didn't have that I think they needed to have was drinks. That was the only thing you had to drink before you get there.
All right.
Okay, not many minutes left, but I have so much more to share. But you know what else is really different in a great way? I don't know if y'all ever heard of Suits for Seniors. It's a young, hardworking nonprofit that provides an 8-week life skills training program for high school seniors. And if they complete it successfully, it gives each of them a new, crisply tailored suit. But why a suit? Founded in 2016 after the CEO, Javante Edmonds, graduated from Florida Atlantic University, Suits for Seniors grew out of a simple fact that Javante Edmonds had never worn a suit before. He was in college and had never, ever put on a suit his whole life. So when he had to attend an event in college with a suit on, he went to Walmart, bought a cheap suit, put it on, and it changed his life. I interviewed him for Cocoa Wire, and this is what he said. I remember how I changed when I put that suit on. I had no idea who I was or what I wanted to be. But once I was dressed, it was like the world opened up to me and I seized it. So he felt so strongly about that experience that he wanted to duplicate it for other young men, hence the creation of Suits for Seniors in 2016, just 4 years ago. But now, guess what else he has created? This new sneakers. Gervonta Edmonds of Suits for Seniors designed them in 3 different styles and 3 different colors: Bloodline in red, Midnight in black, and Cotton in white. And they're available for pre-order now, even though the official launch of the new brand will be
red,
later
black,
this
and
month.
white? He a Trini?
Huh?
He's a Trini, red, black, and white. Yes.
Well, he was.
Yes, I'm with that.
It was about us. You know, he's. And
It's I'm with that. Trini colors. It don't matter what it is. It's Trini.
So why is he creating these shoes? To provide support for a college scholarship fund for his students. And now, to learn more about the sneakers, about Suits, and about even Gervonta himself, visit the Suits website, which is suitsforseniors.org. And to read more about the sneaker effort, read the post on cocowire.net. And I don't know if I have time to say this.
So here's what I'm going to say. You finished that? You finished that little section? So here's what I'm going to say to you. We got about 15 seconds left. Let's go and come back, because what you have there, no guess, but that's so much information. You got to finish that information. So we're going to go to commercial in about 5 more seconds. Okay. And then we're going to come back and finish up your delivery. How's that sound, Marian?
I hope I can. Thank you, Miss Lady.
Stay tuned.
right. If you're just tuning in, ladies and gentlemen, this is Coco Chats with me, your host, Marian Dozier. And God bless Miss Gillian. She's giving me a couple more minutes to finish up, sharing some information with y'all. So I'm going to speed this up. If you're just tuning in now, I'm just sharing events, news, and useful information. No guests today. And before the break to the music, I was talking about Suits for Seniors and the fact that the owner has now created some brand new sneakers to support his efforts. So what I also learned about Suits for Seniors just last week was that it is a finalist for an award from Palm Beach Illustrated magazine as Palm Beach County's most outstanding academic program if the Palm Beach County community votes them in. The category has 4 other finalists, and Palm Beach Illustrated asked for people to vote online for the one that should win. And to me, that would be Suits for Seniors. That's because today, this young, hardworking mentoring program operates in more than 20 schools across Palm Beach County in just 4 years, and it has helped more than 1,000 students graduate from high school. Additionally, 100% of those students have either gone to college, gotten stable jobs, joined the military, or even started their own companies. In fact, Suits for Seniors has inspired 12 young people to become entrepreneurs. So all that data, that's why it has to be nominated to be named Palm Beach County's most outstanding academic program. And you guys, even if y'all don't know about Suits for Seniors or about Javante Edmonds, even though he's all over social media, consider voting for this brother and his hard work. Just visit the magazine's website, palmbeachillustrated.com, and you'll see the contest. Mr. Edmonds was also recently named the executive director of the West Palm Beach Police Department's Police Athletic League, the PAL program, which would be perfect for someone who works with young black men in high school and seeks change. And speaking of change, everybody, we talked earlier about police brutality and racial injustice. The concerns about those negatives are playing out around the country and here in the ballot box. During the primary election here on August 18th last month, nearly 100 people ran for office to represent Palm Beach County at the county, state, and federal levels in some way. There was some change that occurred. For example, State Representative Al Jaquette lost to Omari Hardy.
I know. Oh, wow.
Who had been a Lake Worth Beach City Commissioner, but nothing is final until the general election on November the 3rd. If you're not yet registered to vote, ladies and gentlemen, it's not too late. You can register to vote in the November 3rd general election as late as October the 5th, 29 days before the election. Even ex-felons in Florida can now register to vote, thanks to the passage of Amendment 4 to the state constitution in 2018. But the state legislators are pushing back. As you're probably aware, essentially having created a poll tax that requires those released from prison, no matter when, to pay restitutions and anything owed to anyone legally before they will earn, so to speak, the right to vote. Well, have you heard who's pushing back against that?
I did hear a drum roll.
Thanks to basketballer, okay, LeBron James, that poll tax may not be an issue. That's because LeBron James has donated $100,000 to the Florida Rights Restoration Coalition, which is based in Orlando, to help our state's ex-felons pay those fees. And God bless him. According to Forbes magazine, LeBron James, who had played for the Miami Heat when he won 2 of the 3 NBA championships under his belt, his net worth is at $450 million. That dude is almost a billionaire. Now, how cool is it that he's willing to help, in this case, ex-felons? Mm-hmm. And y'all have also heard that he's opened a school for underprivileged children, right? In his hometown in Akron, Ohio, the I Promise School, which he launched last year, will teach at-risk 3rd and 4th grade students in his hometown of Akron, Ohio. But here in Florida, though, The Florida Rights Restoration Coalition that LeBron is working with is also raising funds from the community to help returning citizens pay those required fines in order to get the right to vote. So if you want to help, visit its website, which is FloridaRRC.com, and stands for Florida Rights Restoration Coalition, FloridaRRC.com, and you'll see how to donate along with LeBron. And if you are an ex-felon, you can also register on the site to receive financial support, especially here in Palm Beach County. And that's because that Rights Restoration Coalition has partnered with elected officials here to, as it says, help remove financial barriers for all people with past felony convictions in Palm Beach County who meet certain qualifications.
So, Marian, I want you to finish that.
All you have to do is visit the website, which is, again, FloridaRRC.com, and sign up for help if you're an ex-felon. It has also partnered with elected officials in Broward County, Miami-Dade County, and Hillsborough County. So, and to contact them, if you want to use a phone, 407-901-3749, or send an email to info@FloridaRRC.org.
All right, Marian. So this is where we have to activate, agitate, and advocate, right?
The 3 A's.
3 A's, triple A. That's right,
Triple
the 3
A.
A. Advocate, agitate, and activate. I want us, you, Marian,
Yes.
and me, Gillian, to agitate. Well, we already agitated, right? I want us to activate and become advocates for ex-felons. What's the timeline to register to vote? Do you know? When do you have to register? Where's the deadline?
29
October?
days before. Yeah, it's October the
5th.
I'm so crazy.
I know, it's the 5th.
October the 5th.
Right.
29 days before the election.
So
on November
October
the
5th. Today is what? September the
16th?
16th. So we have about 20 days. Let's say 20 days that we can probably help guide some ex-felons. So I want them to reach out to you. I want them to reach out to me. And I want us to guide them, because sometimes people are afraid. They don't know what to do. Sometimes people just need their hands held to be walked to that place. So we here with Community Drive Time and cocochats. Let's do this. Let's tell you felons, if you're an ex-felon and you are interested in, and you just don't think you can navigate this and you need some help by people who are not afraid to navigate this,
Or who are not
contact
afraid to deal with ex-felons.
right, who are not afraid. So
Right.
contact us directly.
Yep.
And let's see how we can help you.
Yeah, and there are some nonprofits here that are really active, that really work with ex-felons. One of them is Thrive for a Change of the Palm Beaches. I don't know if you've ever heard of them.
All right. I want them to email you. I want them to email you. Give them your email.
Yes, if you want to get any information or want to share information about, helping ex-felons vote, send me an email, news@cocowire.net. And again, that's COCOwire.net.
Right. And you can email me at canetv.net@gmail. canetv.net@gmail. Email us, contact us, and we can help walk you to that place. I would like to know that we actually were involved in helping some people get registered to vote. I know my daughter had a nice little event last Saturday at Blue Mountain Cafe down on Clematis Street, which is Jamaican owned, Blue Mountain Coffee Shop.
I think my daughter went to that event.
So it was coffee.
It was a Black Women's.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think my daughter went to that.
She did?
Then she asked her if I wanted to go, but I had to go to a meeting.
Yeah, so she had hosted an event. It was coffee and cards or whatever it is. My daughter's Maya Underwood. Yeah, so she hosted a Rock the Vote event there on Saturday. And I think it behooves us to at least get people to register. I want us to energize. We need to be energized like those trumpets. Yes, I call them trumpets.
Okay.
Trumpians, trumpets. It's not a bad word.
Don't let me use a word.
Right, we're not gonna let you do it.
Okay.
I'm gonna say it. Just as the RNC is energized, the DNC needs to be energized here in Florida, and they really need to see us come out, because if we do not energize ourselves and motivate ourselves, nobody else is gonna be motivated, and we're gonna look and we're gonna see this election come, and we're gonna wonder what happened. No, this is craziness. This is craziness,
it's
guys.
Crazy.
We are seeing the making of, and I'm going to say, something like what took place in Germany.
What do you mean? What took place in Germany?
Auschwitz, the Nazis. We see the rise of and power of those of a fascist state. Mm-hmm. That's what we're seeing.
And that's the problem.
And we cannot.
He is undermining our democracy.
Our
Everything
Constitution.
About who we are.
Our Constitution, the United States. You cannot have a Union Jack flag and a Confederate's flag flying at the same time. It's an oxymoron. And I need to tell my people that. You can't. It's just not. It's un-American. It's un-American.
As he is.
All right, I'm done. That's my opinion. That's not the opinion of the radio station.
But everybody, please, it's really important to vote. And if you're not registered, it's not too late. You have 5th. Until October the 5th. And as Ms. Gillian said, if you know of any ex-felons and need help paying some bills or something, let them know about, LeBron and that Orlando organization.
RRC.com. That's what you have.
FloridaRRC.com.
Right.
And that's led by a man of color, too, who is now a lawyer, but he had been an ex-felon.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Imagine how interesting
coming out of that
is.
Ooh, he got a story.
Yep. So.
All right. FloridaRRC.com for ex-felons. Florida RRC.
Florida Rights Restoration Coalition.
.com.
So,
guys, you still have time. Don't say, oh, man, I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that. They're talking about paying your dues, paying your court fees. That's what they're talking about.
They're talking about a poll tax. That's essentially what it is.
Okay, so I'm not gonna go that far. I know you want to go that far, but I'm gonna say it has always been that way. You've got to pay your court fees before you can restore your rights. That's what it's been, right?
Not before you can register to vote, though.
Not before you register. Not before you register.
No.
Okay, so
this is new.
Yeah, but you can't. So I'm just saying, I don't want to hear you copping a plea, ex-felons. I don't want to hear about it. That'll be a sorry excuse. I know. We told you right here on SupaJamz Radio. Marian Dozier on Coco Wire, cocochats, Coco every doggone thing. Told you. Go to FloridaRRC.com or contact her via info@cocowire.
News at CocoWire.
News at CocoWire.
Yeah.
All right, so contact us, and you know how to do this.
Yep.
Activate, agitate, advocate.
Oh my gosh, I love that. That's a T-shirt, Miss Gillian.
It is. That's our little slogan on our show.
Oh, I didn't know.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, Miss Lady. Well, with that note, I am good.
You're good?
And I appreciate that you gave me a little bit more time to share, because I think that was really important information. I appreciate that, Miss Gillian.
I felt you needed to. So fire in the backseat, guys. We lighting fire in all the backseat. Get it going. Still celebrating Swallow's life. So that's it, Miss Marian.
That's it, Miss Lady.
I'm so glad you shared that last bit of information. That's real important.
Yeah, it is.
And
thank y'all for tuning in to Coco Chats with me, your host, Marian Dozier. I'll be here next week, Wednesday, but we will have a guest next week, and we'll see who that is.
You don't need a guest. You had so much stuff there. You ain't need no guest, girl.
Oh, let's talking though.
You did it
I
great.
like to let the guests
It was fantastic.
Thank you.
Good show.
To put on a big show, not catching cold sweat, I'm frightened to death. With me partner Kenny, with Colin and Randy, and this country girl, she never is freaky. Suddenly I tumble in, and I feel the car rocking. I hear it, they're holding shit, they're squeezing shit. Oh my, fire in the backseat, it burning me plenty. I'm feeling it heavy. When I move it burn me. Fire in the backseat, fire in the backseat, fire in the backseat, fire in the backseat. I begging the driver, pull up on the shoulder. He say, listen friend, you could control them. I'm looking for police, you know them is real.